We have one case-based question, and this case study question is based on coordinate geometry, right? So let's begin with reading what the case says. It says, in order to conduct sports activities in your school, lines have been drawn with chalk powder at a distance of 1 meter each in a rectangular shaped ground. So these are separated by 1 meter. These lines are separated by 1 meter each. So here one unit is 1 meter. Now, further it says 100 flower pots have been placed at a distance of 1 meter. So these flower pots are also placed at a distance of 1 meter, and there are 100 of them. That means we can say that the total distance of AD should give you how much? 100. So I should better write down AD is how much? AD is 100 meter. And later it says that, yeah. So they are talking about a girl called Niharika, which is running 1/4. She has covered. She is running on the second line and she covers 1/4 of the distance and post a green flag. So she is posting a green flag over here. And how much distance she has covered off? So the distance covered by her, that means we are talking about this distance is 1/4. So we can say that, and she is running on which line? She is running on the second line. So we can figure out that her x coordinate is 2 and y coordinate is 1/4 of this total distance 100, which is how much? 25. So we got this coordinate of Niharika from here. Now check for the other part. There's another girl, Preet, and she's running on which line? She's running on eighth line and she covers 1/5 of the distance. So she is on eighth line and she is covering 1/4, 1/5 of the distance. So how much is 1/5 of the total distance, which is 100? Should be how much? 20. So the y coordinate is 20 and the x coordinate of Preet. So we can say for Preet, the x coordinate should be eighth line, that is 8, and y coordinate is 2. And she is posting what is the color of the flag over here. She's posting a red flag over here, right? So now once we got this coordinate, let's write down the points also so that we can do the questions based on this. So if I put this point over here, this is for the first girl. Let's place it over here, right? That's for the first girl, and we know the coordinate as this. Now for the other girl, it is so the first question from this case is, what is the coordinates of the green flag? So we have already determined the coordinates of the green flag. That is, it is, I have written over here, that is 2 comma 25. So for Niharika, it's green flag and 2 comma 25 is the coordinate. That is the first question. Now if I type the second question based on this is, what is the distance between the two flag? So we are going to apply the distance formula and say NP is what we have to calculate. And what is the distance formula? Let's say if I first write down the distance formula, it is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So now considering the other point, let's say we have already written it is 8 comma 20. I'm taking this as 2 and this as 1. So x2 minus x1, so that is 8 minus 2, 8 minus 2 whole square plus y2 minus y1, so 20 minus 25 whole square. So therefore that will give you the distance between them. 8 minus 2 is 6. 6 square is how much? 36. And 20 minus 5 is minus 5, but minus 5 whole square will be positive 25. So we get the distance of NP, and which will be the sum of these two. So that means 36 plus 25 comes out to be under root 61. So we'll say that the required distance is 61. That's what we got the answer for these two parts. Now if I type the next question over here, the next question from here is the third question, right? It says, Rashmi, there is another girl. She has to post a flag, and where she has to post the flag? It says he's posting a blue flag over here. Say this is blue flag halfway between the line segment joining these two. So halfway is what? That means the midpoint. That means line joining the midpoints of these two. So somewhere here we are not taking to the scale, and her name is what? Her name is Rashmi. So do not take this is F. As of now we don't know the midpoint. And she is posting what is the color of the flag? Say blue flag over here. So what we have to find out is the distance. What we know here that these two lengths are equal. That means NR is equal to RP. So we'll be applying a special case of section formula. And what is that special case of section formula? For getting the midpoints, right? That is in the ratio. So we know that for a midpoint, we apply this formula. And this is x2 minus x1, x1 plus x2 over 2 and y2, y1 plus y2 upon 2. So the coordinate of r will be x1, and x1 is how much? 2 from the figure, and x2 is how much? 8. So it's 2 plus 8 over 2. And similarly, we'll get the y coordinate. As you can see from here, the y coordinate is what? 25 and 20, that divided by 2. So therefore, after simplifying, this is how much? 8 plus 2, 10. 10 over 2 is 5, and this is 45 over 2, which is 22.5. Right. So now we can say the answer over here, that this coordinate of this point, right? The coordinate of this point is how much? 5. So C is posting the flag on the fifth line, and at a distance of 22.5 meter. 22.5 meter. Now we have an OR part for this question. And what is it? It says if Joy has to post a flag, right, at a 1/4 distance from the green flag in the line segment joining the green and the red flag, where should he post? Now we are going to join these two lines, and he has to post a flag that is 1/4. 1/4 is what means? This is 1/4 of NP, right? So what you can see over here, that 1/4 of NP, that means it is dividing this in the ratio 1 is to 3. Let's understand once again. If I say that this is the line joining N and P, and he is willing to post a flag which is 1/4. So 1/4 is like this, isn't it? So therefore, if I say that this is point, say whatever the point, say J, then this is dividing the line in the ratio 1 is to 3. That's what it means, 1 out of 4. So we have the required ratio as 1 is to 4. We know the coordinate of n as how much? 2 comma 25, and that of p as how much? 8 comma 20. And we have to get the coordinate of j. For that, we will be applying the section formula over here. And what is that section formula? That is, if I have to write down the coordinate of j, say xy, is obtained as m1 x2 plus m2 x1, that divided by m1 plus m2. So using this, we can get the coordinate of this point. So what is m1? M1 is 1, right? The ratio here. So 1 into m1 x2, that is 1 into 8, plus m2 x1, so that is 3 into 2, which is 6, divided by m1 plus m2, which is 1 plus 3, which is 4. Now similarly, we can get its y coordinate. It is what? m1 y2. So 1 into 20 is how much? 20, plus m2 y1, that is 75, right? It should be 75 divided by m1 plus m2. So therefore, we'll say that this is how much? 8 plus 6 is how much? 14 divided by 4, right? So it should be 14 divided by 4. Should come as how much? 3.5. And this should result to give how much? 75 plus 20, that divided by 2, not 2, that's divided by 4. So we'll get this as 23.75.